Welcome to Squirrel's Wood Shop. My wife's got this design she wants me to make for a wood lantern. She likes these wooden lanterns. So anyway, I made a rough sketch of it. So I'm going to show you what it is. It's going to be 12 inches round and 7 inches tall. And it's going to be made out of round rings, out of white oak. And the rings going to be 1/4 inch thick and probably around 9/16 wide. And they're going to have a base down here for on the inside for the candle to sit in. They're going to have 4 posts come up. Off these 4 posts going to have arms that come out and suspend these rings in different spots up and down through there. So it's gonna, I think it'd be pretty neat. Might be, it's gonna be kind of complicated and everything, but I want to make a more detailed drawing on it as I go along for reference. But yeah, I think it'll work. All them arms coming off, holding these rings up. I already said, kind of looks like a bird nest. All these arms things coming off of it and everything. So that's what I'm gonna call it. I'm calling it a bird nest lantern. So anyway, I'm gonna get started on this thing and see if I can get her done.
This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. Everywhere I go, I'm gonna let it shine. Everywhere I go, I'm gonna let it shine. Everywhere I go, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. Jesus gave it to me, I'm gonna let it shine. Jesus gave it to me, I'm gonna let it shine.
I've been cutting a lot of rings out these lanterns I'm making on my scroll saw. Got a lot of cutting to do on it. And it's a few days before Christmas and the motor went out on it. So I got a DeWalt model DW788. So I called DeWalt and kind of check on the warranty, see if it's covered or not. Because I've had it 2 years and I thought, well, maybe, I thought it was just a year warranty, but I've had it 2 years. Anyway, I called and said, yeah, it's during warranty. It's got a 3-year warranty on it. I said, okay, great. Anyway, they sent me a prepaid shipping label to ship this thing to a repair center. So I boxed it up and I shipped it off. And so it's been about a week and a half, 2 weeks. So yesterday I called to kind of check on it. And they said, yes, it's been shipped. You should receive it tomorrow. I said, great, that'd be good. So anyway, UPS rolled up and UPS driver opened the door up and bring that box out. And they had sent me a brand spanking new one, still in the box, and I couldn't believe it. Now that is customer service, and I'm gonna have to give DeWalt a thumbs up. That was really impressed with that. So now I'm ready to start cutting again.
This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine.
Just in here, you can see how it does. You put that in an angle like that, like this. It closes that gap up here, and here you don't have no gap. It looks so much cleaner. No gap there, no gap here. Closing them up. So that way it matches up. Anyway, I got quite a few of these to do.
This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine.
Well, I got all these cut, and that was a mind-blowing experience, and keep my head straight on which way I need to cut and getting the distance I need up and down through there. But anyway, this is what I'm going to start doing. I got these arms going to be holding the rings because they'll be glued into here. Then they'll be setting up here like that. Like that. That'd be that direction. This in here go over this direction. This one go this direction. Then of course this one go this direction. Then the next arm will go out this way, offset as it work our way up. So my plan is get these glued on, then take this ring and I'll split it at the angle to match up to the arm. So when I slide these rings in, the joint will be in the arm so you won't see it. So hopefully I have enough flex in these rings I can slide them into each arm as I go around and stop right up to the joint and get it glued in. But also I'm going to have to, now get all the 4 posts on this bottom arm on, I'm going to go ahead and have to put the finish on all this except where I'm going to glue. Because once I start working these rings up, I'm going to have to finish as I go because it's going to be nearly impossible to get in finish when all these rings up and down through there. So that's going to be a slow process, but that's where I'm going to start at, and I'm going to get these glued up and see how this ring will slide in, and maybe it'll work out and we can go on up with it.
This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. Everywhere I go, I'm gonna let it shine. Everywhere I go, I'm gonna let it shine.
Well, I've decided I think I'm going to put some side pieces on here. I think that'll strengthen everything up, especially my posts. Plus, it'll give a place for the candle sitting here. Don't have to worry about sliding around, sliding out. So I'm going to put these side pieces in here.
Everywhere I go, I'm gonna let it shine. Everywhere I go, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. Jesus gave it to me. I'm gonna let it shine. Jesus gave it to me. I'm gonna let it shine. Jesus gave it to me. I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine. Let it shine.
All right, I got the finish on there, and got it dried and rubbed off. So I'm gonna see if I can get this first ring on, see how it goes. I got it split and got it taped up, keep the finish off, so I can glue it up. And let's see how this thing's gonna go on here. Look at there. It worked. What? That fits pretty good. Pull it back right here and glue that and stick it back together. And you never see a seam in it. And yeah, I think that'll work.
This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine.
All right, we got another ring ready to go on, and like I said, once they get bigger, I think it's gonna be a lot easier to get on. So we're gonna get this one slid on here and see how it goes. I think it'll go a lot easier since they get bigger. It's been a pretty complicated little project, but it's been pretty fun to work on. So this here's like it's going pretty good. Get it lined up here. As you can see, it flexes enough, and I checked all my clearances. Just kind of work it around, don't stress anything out. Excuse me. Yeah, this here's going real well. You see how it goes in right here. Yeah, let's back it up a little bit and see how it goes. You see when I back it up and get it very close to the camera, you can see it. Get that split right in between. That's in between the arm here. So when I glue it, you never see it. So yeah, that's gonna work out real good. Get this thing cleaned up. And get a little glue on it and get her stuck in there. Like I say, it ain't gonna take a whole lot of glue because it's gonna be sandwiched in between that arm, but it's just enough to get it stuck. Put a little on each side. That way it slides in, it'll be stuck on the top and bottom. Just like that. And they stay together. And get just a little bit of glue run out right there. Sorry about moving the camera around. Hey, drop my little rag here. Get a little bit of glue right there. I'll just wipe it off. There's one thing about having this Osmo wax on there. That glue wipes off real easy. Don't leave no marks. Anyway, yeah, that turned out pretty good. So a little bit of glue right there. That's a pretty clean fit. Cutting them on the angle like that, sliding in, it don't leave that gap. I was talking about a gap. It don't leave no gap right here. It fills them gaps in instead of just cutting. If you cut them square, you're gonna have a big gap back here, and you're gonna have a big gap back here, you know, where it slides through. So this is more cleaner. Okay, we'll go to the next ring. This is how I lay out my arms for the lantern. We got my base, and what I'll do, I'll take my rule and I'll measure from point to point. Get my measurements right here. If I got 3 1/4, I go back this way. So I got the same thing, 3 1/4. Then I'll check it this way. Get it 3 1/4 from here to here. So I know I'm equal. I move my ring around till I get it like I want it. All right, then I'll take my arm, which is cut wild. And I already got my space I want for the end. It's about 5/32 across there on all my arms, so they all stick out the same on all the rings. And I'll maybe a mark across here. So I line this arm up on that mark and put that point right at the top of that ring right there. To get it lined up just like I want it. That looks good there. Then I'll mark where this ring comes across here, and where it comes across right here, and right here. I mean reference marks. Then I'll mark my length right here where it's going to go on. That way I make them all the same. I use this for a pattern since I got it marked here, here, and here, and here. Then I'll just double check all the way around, make sure it fits. And that's how I lay them out, how I lay my arms out. And I got a program I can put on the computer and draw it up and everything, you know, but even if I draw it off the computer, I still would lay it out and check it because, you know, cutting rings and sanding them, everything, it could vary a little bit. So I'll just use the actual rings I'm going to use in the base, and that way I can double check everything.
This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine.
it done. I think it turned out pretty well. It was a challenge, had a few hiccups. We got it worked out. Wife coming up with these designs and wonder if I can make it or not. It's always a challenge, which, you know, I like a good challenge, and I thought it turned out really well. We'll get some pictures of it tonight when she gets a candle put in it and get that on there. Well, yeah, she wants 2 of them, so I got another one started over here I got finished up. But I really appreciate y'all watching, and if you got any questions, comments, anything, just let us know. Always like to hear from y'all. And if you like what you see, please subscribe. You know, we'll come up with different things as she does, and you know, you never know what might come up with. But anyway, as always, I appreciate y'all watching, and God bless.